Guys, how's it going? Cole here, North Coast Constrictors. Welcome back to the channel. So I know it's very quick to do another video, but I want to give you new breeders a little bit of a tip. And we're right in the beginning of, well, we're at the end stages of prepping for the breeding season and right at the beginning of starting to breed. I normally start breeding around the end of April, beginning of May. Sometimes, last year actually I only started pairing up in the middle of May. This year I'm going to start at the beginning of May. Now, I've got a female in here in this tub. And she was a 66% het lavender albino last year. That's what she was marked as. And then she proved out 100% het lavender albino. I have not, and she's 50% het pied. I have not paired her to, 66% het clown. I have 66% het clown and 50% het pied. So I've got to still prove out the het clown and the het pied. I've proved out the lavender albino in her. But I have not proved out the clown, and I don't know if she's 100% het for clown or 100% het for pied. Okay, so this year I am pairing her to a clown 100% het pied male. Okay, I already know she's 100% het for lavender albino. She's not on the lavender albino project this year. I've already got visual lavender albinos that I'm pairing together. Right, so she hasn't been taking food. She hasn't taken food since the 24th of March. Okay, so what I'm doing, and this is a trick for all you new breeders out there, you want your females to be on food, you want them to be at the correct weight and the correct size before you start pairing them up. Fortunately, which is 1,500 grams, that's the benchmark, guys, 1,500 grams, okay? I like them to be 1,800 grams, you know, preferably. They're healthier, bigger, give you more eggs, more healthier eggs, doesn't take too much out of the snake. I've got snakes in my collection that are 3,500 grams. There's probably one there that's probably about 4,000 grams. So a little trick I'm going to show you here, and also for males that are first year breeders, okay, because the boy that I'm going to introduce her to is a first year breeder, and he is a clown 100% het pied. Okay, and although he locked up last year, the female that I locked him up to didn't go. Okay, I locked him up to a visual pied, and I wanted to get pied 100% het clowns or 100% double het clown pieds. Now, I did my feeding last night. I'm kind of doing what we call selective feeding at the moment, where I'm concentrating on the breeders that I know I'm going to breed and that are taking food. But it's a little worrying because this female here, she didn't take food. So what I'm doing is a little trick to get her on food. There's two things that I'm going to do. Two things that I'm going to do. It's going to kill three birds with one stone. First thing I'm going to do, because she's over 1,500 grams. I weighed her and she's about 1,560, okay? But she still hasn't eaten for over a month, nearly a month, which is worrying. I wanted her up to 1,800 grams, okay? Over here, I've got my clown het pied. Sometimes he needs a little bit of encouragement to lock up, okay? But this is only his second season, so no problem. So even though I'm only starting my official pairing, okay, at the end of this month, I want to get this girl on food. I want her to take another 2 or 3, maybe even 4 rodents. I might only start pairing her properly in about a month's time and carry on feeding her, feed her once a week, try and get her up to maybe 1,700 grams, because she's capable of taking some decent sized rats. So this is what I'm going to do, okay? Last night, and I'll show you something else, but I'll show you after the video. Last night, my pastel sugar male shed, okay? Nice, fresh shed. You can smell all the good stuff on it, okay? I'm going to take that shed now, and I'm putting it into the enclosure of the female. That's another male shed, okay? Full of hormones and pheromones and all of that good stuff, okay? Now I'm going to take my clown 100% het pied male, okay? There he is, yeah? Beautiful, beautiful snake. All right, clown, 100% het paard. And I'm going to put him in her tub for the day. All right. Now, see how I actually should have only opened the tub about that much, okay? But he went in willingly, which is a great sign, great sign. I learned that from Joe Tully from Tully's Outrageous Royals. If you don't follow him already, get onto Instagram, follow him, Tully's Outrageous Royals, okay? He taught me that. Just crack the tub open a little bit, and the snake, if he's interested, he's going to go straight in, okay? So a couple of things are going to happen here. He is going to smell that shed and think there's competition to pair up with that female already. There's another male. He can smell another male, even though it's just a shed, okay? By him going into her tub, and let's say he locks her, she's okay to lock because she's already above weight. But what that's going to do is it's going to bring on a feeding response, okay? Because she hasn't eaten for nearly a month, and by putting a male in there with her, and if she locks up with that male, if she locks up with this boy, she is going to go back on food. It's almost guaranteed. It's like triggers off a natural feeding response, okay? So what I do, and I'm doing that now because, as I say, if you watch my video last night, you'll see that these are my definite racks. These racks here are all my breeders. These are the ones I'm concentrating on. I've got my clown pod project going on here. I've got a lot of stuff. But anyway, I run a tag system, and now that I have put, you see her tag, her orange tag it's an orange tag. All the other orange tags you can see are here like this. Okay, for example, if it's like this, it's an adult proven breeder. Okay, if it when I offer them food and they take a meal, I take a tag and I put it like that. I fed last night, so all the tags that are sitting like this right now means all those females ate, and all I have to do is just write the dates now on these tags, and then they'll move back to here. If they didn't eat, the tag moves to there. So sometimes at night I haven't got time to do the feeding and all the labels for the dates and stuff, so I just move the tag to the right, which means I know that she didn't eat last night. Okay, so she didn't eat last night, that's okay. So now what I'm doing, I'm putting her tag back to here because I've updated that. But I've introduced a male to her. So I take my pink tag, pink for love. I always joke about that. And I put it like so. Okay? All right. Now, I keep his tag over here. All right? He's out. Sorry, beg your pardon. Put the tag over here. That means he hasn't eaten. That means he is in a tub with a female. I don't know which tub he's in just by look, because by the time I've got all my snakes pairing and all of them together, I can kind of 80% remember what's what, but I've got a spreadsheet, and on my phone I've got a special section for my husbandry, my mating, my pairing, everything, and I'll know the exact date, which male to which female. So I'll take him out, put him in here, put a pink tag on, so that the moment I walk into the snake room I can see, there's a male in there. Open it up and then I'll know, okay, it's my clown 100% het paard. And I can see that there's no snake in here. That's a male. He's out. He's with a female. So that's just quickly. But I'm going to end off the video by showing you, because I showed that video of my pastel sugar last night in the video. And I didn't go, because I was talking about my 2023 breeding season. And I just pulled them out as a just to show the snake. But I didn't go into any real detail about him, because it's quite a basic gene. But I'll tell you why I am breeding the calico sugar pastel gene. Look how beautiful he looks now. Look how white, and he's just an amazing snake. He really is. Okay. I'm not just keeping calico and sugar as dominant and incomplete dominant genes. There's a lot I'm doing to this combination. I'm putting Desert Ghost into it. I'm putting Yellow Belly into it. I'm brightening it up, and I'm adding recessive genes into it. Okay. There's a possibility I'm going to go down the clown route. I don't think I'm going to go down the pod route with this, But okay, first things first is to make a whole bunch more. I absolutely believe you have to have the pastel gene in sugar. You must have it. It's all the calicos and all the sugars that I've seen that have got pastel in it give it these lovely high white sides here like this, okay? Almost like that yellow belly effect, but obviously you know it's not yellow belly. So that's the kind of sugar in the pastel I like. So my end goal, my end-term project with calico or sugar, whichever you prefer to call them, I like to call them, I think there's a difference, but I probably know I'm 99% wrong. I just think maybe it's the same gene, but different examples of the gene, different traits. Like you can get a very, very dark normal, or you can get a very, very light normal. You know, you can get a desert ghost, which looks black and kind of dull yellow, or black and white, like mine, but they're both desert ghosts and both single genes. Maybe it's the same with calico and sugar. But the kind of look that I like when going for calico and sugar is this look here, okay? And pastel absolutely accentuates that, it brings it out, okay? So that's what he looks like freshly shed. And as I say, he's pairing to pastel females this year, so I want to produce more pastel sugars. And then we're going to throw Desert Ghost in the mix there. We may even throw a double recessive in there. Don't know yet, but we're definitely going to be doing calico, added with pastel, added with yellow belly, and added with Desert Ghost. I think that's going to be a beautiful snake. And even Enchi, beg your pardon, Enchi is another gene that I want to throw into it. So, but it's not such a long project because Enchi and yellow belly and pastel are dominant genes, okay, or incomplete dominant genes, because you can get the super form. You can get super pastel, super Enchi, and super yellow belly. But super yellow belly gives you a white snake. It's ivory. So obviously we just want one gene of that. And then obviously sugar and calico. And then when we add that to Desert Ghost, and we make 100% head Desert Ghosts, we get all those hatchings together, and boom, we're on our way. So a couple of years down the line, don't know how long it's going to take. That's the end goal for that. I know I just whipped him out yesterday and just showed him, and there was no real explanation as to what I'm doing with the calico / sugar gene. Well, that's what it is. So guys, that's just a quick video on how to get, hopefully when I get back from work later, these guys would have locked up. I'll allow them one lock and one lock only. That's it, okay? I will then take him out. I will put him back in his tub. If I see a lock, I will take my green tag and I will put it on her enclosure like that, which means I've seen a lock. I will mark it down in my spreadsheet on my computer, the sire, the dame, the introduction, the date of the lock, and then I'll take him out, and I'll take both these tags off once I've taken them out, and I'll put him back in his tub and move his tag back to here. Okay, so right now it's just going to look like that until I witness a lock. So let me just have a little quick sneak peek and see what's going on there. Okay, I'm just going to leave them and give them some privacy. Guys, that's just a trick. It helps them lock up sooner, and it helps the male and the female lock up if you put the shed in. It encourages the male. He can smell the pheromones of another male, so he tries to dominate the female and get in there first, basically. That's what the shed does. And then also with the male being in there locking up for the female, it triggers off a feeding response for the female. Because I want her up to at least 17, 18, 100 grams before I start doing a regular introduction to her, which will be approximately once a month, a male in there once a month. Guys, have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoy the rest of the week. We will see you on the next video. Over and out here from Cole, North Coast Constrictors, Ballito, South Africa.